I am also not okay. And with so many of you creating and starting your own business or working from home, I know quite a lot of you accidental entrepreneurs are also not okay. Let me explain. At the start of June, I watched a video by Mr. Who's the Boss. And if you don't watch him, Aaron is the most adorable tech review channel. Seriously, I don't even consider buying a new phone without getting his advice. Well, okay, watching his reviews. I'm sure he doesn't even know that I exist. Anyway, this video, which I'll link, you do need to watch it. He explained how he was not coping with his work life health balance. Everything was suffering, and he detailed the steps he was going to take to address this. I was so inspired. I planned making this video right away, and it's 6 weeks later, and I'm only getting started on this video now, which is a big clue to how I'm really procrastinating and honestly burnt out in my work life. I'm taking forever to message customers for approval photographs because I fear they're just not going to like my work. I'm taking forever to invoice companies for work that I've done. I have millions of amazing ideas for projects in my head, and I've notes and plans that really never get finished. I'm making excuses not to see friends. I guess I'm too used to saving the world by sitting on the sofa. And for me, what I hope was the big final push is my health scare. I've had these issues with my knees every few months. My knees would decide to blow up like a balloon, and that stopped me being able to walk for around about a week. This killed any of my fitness gains, and my weight ballooned like my knees. Around that same time, as I watched the Mr. Who's the Boss video, I'd just come home from a holiday with one of my friends. And I love the pictures, they're so joyful. But I do remember looking at them and thinking, no human should have a belly that big. So you don't have to tell me, I know. I got checked out, I got some second opinions about my knees, and now I have a range of physio exercises to hopefully keep me walking. So, with that and the Mr. Who's the Boss, I decided to challenge myself to a new plan of action to hopefully turn my life around. He's aiming for the end of August to get all his ducks in a row. It's going to take me a lot longer than that to get all my stuff together, but that is a good checkpoint. Does anyone else want to join me getting their life in order? Comment below with I'm in. So here are some of the steps I'm taking over the coming weeks, and I will keep you updated on what I'm learning from getting control back to my life. It's actually interesting. Some of the things I'm doing for my health are actually making me rethink what I'm doing for my work. So it all overlaps. Anyway, for my work, I'm being aware that we all get overwhelmed sometimes. I'm focusing on doing my most important tasks that pay the bills. And then if I can get that all done in a day, then that is okay. If I have more motivation, then I'll work on the tasks that may grow my business in the future, like social media or learning new things. And then the times when I'm highly motivated and everything else is done, that's the time to work on the new projects. I will spend zero time worrying about the things that in the past have not been worth it, like talking to sponsors for sponsored videos or the one-to-one coaching. I love the idea of these things. Big entrepreneurs tell me I should be doing these things, but in reality, it's not been worth it for me. I will streamline things and make them easier. For example, these videos, I was spending hours scripting, then learning my scripts, then filming with the fancy camera, syncing the audio, color correcting, editing, doing fancy overlays, and finding music and sound effects. But those videos were not actually getting more views or better watch time than the videos where I just turned on the webcam and ranted with no editing. So I've upgraded to a better webcam and invested in a teleprompter for times like these when I have lots to talk about. So if this looks a bit weird, that is why. So I can remember without having to have a script and I learn a line and then say it to camera, learn the next line, say it to camera. You're there right in my face now. But overall, I'll work on good enough quality and worry more about getting a message out that hopefully helps people. For my friends, for my social life, I'm trying to say yes more. And actually, I'm finding I'm more productive when I get out of the house to go and see my friends and do something, and then come back and do the work rather than sitting at my desk all the time procrastinating about starting doing the work. I'm finding I'm getting more of it done. It seems correct that if you want something done, you've got to ask a busy person. For my health, obviously the big ones. And I think it's something that quite a lot of us have to think about. So I have the range of physio exercises that I have to do most days, but of course, I wanted more than that. For the month of June, I challenged myself to walk 10,000 steps a day. And oddly, doing that is where I learned lots about being an entrepreneur. And for July, I'm still walking, but I'm also mixing things up. I've actually joined a gym, which I'm enjoying. And I didn't mention before, but my allergies were terrible lately. I'm hearing lots of people say the same thing. Last year, the doctor gave me some much stronger antihistamines, and they only worked for a little while. I'm still on them, but I've found that rinsing my hair after being outside actually helps a whole lot, which kind of explains the lighter look. I'm going to be dyeing my hair again. I'm actually doing it once I finish these videos, but my hair will fade faster and we will see a lot more blondishness in the future. I'm not going to promise anything because I simply don't want to get overwhelmed, but I'm thinking of posting a motivational Monday video most Mondays with some of the tips I'm finding work best for me. So if you're interested, please feel free to subscribe to this channel and check back often.